Hey there, it's Jack from TLDR News here. We don't often do these kind of announcement videos, but we have a fair few things I want to talk to you about today. So it seemed like a pretty efficient way of updating our biggest fans. So 12 announcements, here we go. As some context for these announcements, I thought it was worth sharing our team structure quickly. At the top you've got myself, and then you've got all of the different major channels we run. Within there we have lead writers, writers, and contributors. This diagram isn't perfect, and there are people who work across the channels, but it's a broad outline. Oh, and we also have people who span multiple teams, including animating and handling the web side of things. But wait, what's this gap in the middle for? Well, it could be you, as we're currently looking for a new animator. This is a full-time paid position, based out of our London studio, once we're able to actually go back there. We're looking for someone who can be trained in our workflow and can take a video from the script to being fully uploaded, completing the animation and the edit. Even if you don't think you're the biggest animation expert, it could still be worth applying, as we're more than happy to train you in our workflow. We just need someone who's passionate about TLDR, has an eye for design, and an understanding of video editing. Everything else, well, that can be taught. If you're interested, the whole application process and much more information can be found at tldrnews.co.uk/animator. That's linked down below. Also, if you're interested in joining the team more generally, then you can always put your name down on the website, and we'll email you every time a vacancy opens in the areas you're interested in. The form is available at tldrnews.co.uk/team. That's also linked below. Speaking of that form, one thing you can put yourself down as is a graphic designer or artist, and we're actually looking for exactly those people to help us with a new book project. I can't tell you anything more about it at the moment, but we're looking for someone who can help us with cover art and illustrations within the book. So if you're interested, fill out the form before February 26th so that we can email you outlining what we need and open applications. Next kind of related thing, we're launching a program called the TLDR Ambassadors program. If you're engaged in politics in your country and feel like you have a good understanding of what's going on, then we'd like you to help us make our content better. Essentially, we're hoping to find ambassadors all over the world who can help proofread our international scripts and make sure that we're not missing anything that a local would know. You can apply from any country, but we already have team members from the UK, US, Netherlands, Portugal, and Australia, so we're primarily looking for people from other countries. The link to sign up for the Ambassador program can be found in the description. I'm sure you're sick of me saying this, but for anyone who somehow missed it, this month we're working hard to expand our Patreon backing. We're not only promoting it a lot in videos this month, but we're also offering an exclusive perk for $10 plus patrons, that being an exclusive golden pin badge. These badges will never be for sale, so if you want one, then make sure you're signed up as a $10 plus patron this month. Worth noting here that this applies to brand new patrons, existing $10 plus patrons, and people who upgrade from lower tiers. The offer ends at the end of February, so make sure you act fast. The link to the Patreon, as you'll expect, is down below. Also, genuinely, thank you to everyone who signed up for Patreon. As we grow our team and our channels, we need your support more than ever, especially during this difficult economic time. So your backing means the world to us and helps us keep making independent and impartial content. Another thing that patrons backing has allowed us to do is hit our 1,000 patron stretch goal. We said that if we hit 1,000 patrons, we'd start recording a behind-the-scenes TLDR documentary, ready to release on our 5th anniversary next year. I was going to tell you that you should back us on Patreon to help us reach this stretch goal, but we already did. So we're going to start recording very soon, documenting the growth of the country, us moving studio, and everything else we get up to in the next year or so, including in-depth interviews with the team. Anyway, as I say, we've already hit the goal, so this isn't really a promotion to back us on Patreon. Just a heads up that this is in progress and something to look forward to. But don't worry, patrons, you will get an early look at everything in the documentary, so if you really are keen, maybe you should still back us. Before I announce the next thing, here's a little more context. This is what our ideal upload schedule will look like in 2021, once everything's settled down a bit more and we have our new animator. We're going to continue releasing about 8 explainer videos each week. Those are the 10-ish minute fully animated videos that you're used to. We're also going to keep going with This Week in Parliament and the Global Summary on the UK and Global channels respectively, summarising the week's news in 2 different ways. We're also going to keep releasing the daily briefing, well, daily. You probably know about all those things already, so here are the new ones. We're also going to start new weekly summary series for the US and EU channels. These two series may end up focusing on the legislative side of things, more like This Week in Parliament, or they could end up being a bit more general, like the Global Briefing. We don't entirely know where it's going to land, and we'd like your feedback, but just a heads up that those series will be coming soon. We're also going to start releasing new shorter videos. These videos, around 4 to 6 minutes long, will tackle more urgent and breaking stories, helping us explain complex issues in real time rather than having to go through the normal 2 or 3 day production process. Likely there'll be about 4 of these quicker videos each week, with them being allocated to the channels that need them based on the stories that are most important that week. The thing is though, we haven't actually got a good name for this series yet, so if you have any ideas then comment them below. And make sure to thumb up the ones that you like so that we can see the best ones. It's worth emphasising here that we're going to be keeping to the same number of main explainer videos, 8 a week, that we've been doing since about this time last year. We're adding new kinds of videos and content too. You're not going to be seeing any less of the standard TLDR videos that you like. Another different thing we're launching is the morning briefing. This is a premium newsletter we're launching where every morning I personally pull together all of my favourite news stories, articles, podcasts and videos from the last 24 hours. You'll not only get a bunch of article recommendations from me, but I'll also be providing my own summaries and musings that you won't find anywhere else. So if you want a curated look at the day's best news, then you can sign up now. Getting the newsletter every day will cost you £4 a month, but you can also sign up for the free version and get it completely free every Friday. The link to both options are in the description. Next up, as you probably know, last year we released 2 editions of our book, Brexit the Colouring Book. And with Brexit now, in the words of Johnson, done, we're releasing the next edition with 4 additional images explaining what's happened since the last version of the book. You can pre-order the 3rd edition right now from the TLDR store, and if you use the code ANNOUNCE, you'll get £2 off your purchase. The link to the book can be found in the description. Okay, so you might have noticed that we've been sending out a fair few surveys lately, so I thought it was worth pulling together all of the active surveys into one place so that you can be involved in all of our videos. So, linked below is the US State Flag Survey to help us find the best flag in America, the Political Compass Survey so that we can test the test and see where you land, and the Democracy Survey so we can find out which elements of democracy our audience thinks are the most important. Finally, with us taking on a new animator, we have a little more time to focus on all elements of the business, and not just the YouTube channels. So if you do want to see everything we offer, then make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. On the first 3, we have separate accounts for each TLDR brand, so make sure you follow all of the ones you're interested in. Okay, that's enough announcements for one day. Thanks for making it to the end of the video, and we really do appreciate your support and enthusiasm for TLDR. We have a bunch more exciting things planned which aren't ready to announce just yet, but keep your eyes peeled for future updates. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and all of our others to get updated on all of these projects as they go live. Also, a special thanks to our Patreon backers who, as always, make videos like this one possible. If you want to see your name at the end of videos, then you too can back us on Patreon. The link to that's in the description.